Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm here to present on two products. I'm doing an evaluation on two products, Sentinel One and Carbonblack. So let's start. So the general overview, what I'll be looking at, our journey, what is an EDR, why choose Sentinel One, how does Sentinel One work, why choose Carbonblack, how does Carbonblack work, then the comparison Sentinel One versus Carbonblack, and then questions. So our journey as security organizations, the first one is legacy antivirus, which has been developed like a decade ago. So legacy antivirus are signature based and they are not able to detect malwares anymore because threat actors keep advancing and this is no longer feasible. The next one is, so we advanced and move on since legacy antivirus is no longer solving our problems, move on to endpoint protection. They are still signature based, but they just have further extra services like firewall control, data encryption, data loss prevention, and all. So yeah, it was also not able to solve the problem. Then endpoint detection and response. Now we've advanced using behavioral AI engines to detect malicious threats. And the problem with EDRs is now we're having a lot of false positives. We're able to detect a lot because we're using behavioral AI engines. There are so many detections. Now there are too many logs. We're detecting so much. And there's no automated response. This is now overwhelming for the SOC analysts, the security teams. So they had to come up with something else again. So this is the active EDR, active endpoint detection and response. It's a Sentinel One's solution. Active EDR is trying to solve the problems with EDR, which is automated response, because EDR is producing so much logs with no automated response. So active EDR works with behavioral AI engines and automated and advanced machine learning tools to provide automated response to these threats. So it's a better way to solving security problems, and I think it has been effective so far in detecting malwares. So active EDR is what's in now. Yeah. Something I wanted to say. So I just want to explain further on what an active EDR is. So the main functions of an EDR is to monitor and collect activity data from endpoints. So this is how it works: monitor and collect, it will analyze, and automate the response, forensics and analysis. So it's like a complete solution. EDR, yeah. So it combines real-time continuous monitoring with automated response to detect threats. The real question is why choose Sentinel One? That's the question. Why Sentinel One? What do organizations want? Organizations want a solution that gives them more capability, less complexity, and fewer agents. That's what most organizations are looking for, and Sentinel One is able to provide that with a centralized solution that is able to seamlessly use together endpoint, IoT security, and cloud workload protection. I think this is what makes Sentinel One stand out, because the ability to seamlessly fuse together all these data access control and integration planes of EPP, EDR, IoT security, and cloud workload protection. Yeah. So they provide a centralized solution with their Singularity platform with all these that is stated below. The endpoint protection, we talked about that before, endpoint detection and response, IoT security. If you are using a security solution that doesn't support IoT, I don't know, you should advance. IoT is advancing very quickly. Organizations, several IoT devices, so your security solution should be able to secure your IoT devices. So Sentinel One is able to give us all of this in a centralized platform. They have different ones. They have the Sentinel One Core, the Sentinel One Control, and there's one other one. So apart from centralized solution, automated response with active EDR, they're able to provide automated response using their behavioral AI engines and also advanced machine learning tools. That's what Sentinel One is built on. And they're able to provide automated response with that. Then threat hunt. The thing about threat hunting is a practice that is designed to help you find adversaries hiding in your network before they can execute an attack or fulfill their goals. So, unlike most security strategies, threat hunting is a proactive technique that combines the data and capabilities of an advanced security solution like Sentinel One, with the strong analytical and technical skills of an individual, maybe your SOC team, your security analysts, your security engineers, so of threat hunting professionals. So threat hunting is quite a different activity from incident response and forensic analysis, because that's when you are trying to determine what actually happened after a breach has already come to light. It's also different from pen testing and vulnerability assessment, because with pen testing you are trying to for vulnerabilities that there is already a threat on your network. You're just trying to find it. Advanced persistent, maybe you have an advanced persistent threat that has already slipped through your defensive layers. So you use threat hunting. So threat hunting is all about aggressively seeking out hidden IOCs and covert behavior, assuming that a breach has occurred, and also searching for anomalous activity. So for you to actually achieve that, you need comprehensive visibility into your network, and Sentinel One provides you with that. So it allows you to get out in front of the latest threats by proactively hunting for malicious activity. So advanced solutions like behavioral AI will stop most attacks in their tracks, and prerequisite to provide the visibility threat hunting requires. This is affecting the next one. Okay, deep visibility. Well, deep visibility is another feature of Sentinel One, because what what we need now is having a deep visibility into your infrastructure, your organization's infrastructure. So based on how Sentinel One works, during the on execution, which I'll explain further in the next slide, it's if it's not able to get a signature, if it is not able to get a signature for a particular thread, and it's noticing an abnormal behavior in that particular endpoint, it keeps track, it keeps logging that activity in an S3 bucket. So it keeps logging that activity in an S3 bucket until it's able to determine whether it's a threat or is a false positive. So you as a security analyst, it has a tab, a deep visibility tab. You can easily navigate down there and query the S3 bucket. So this will not affect the activity endpoint or anything that is going on. You're just searching from the S3 bucket. So by default, it stores 90 days worth of data on the S3 bucket. So that's how it works. You'll be able to do a deep file inspection in case as you have a third-party intelligence about a particular threat, so you can easily just query the IOCs from the deep bar and just see if your endpoints have not been funny. Yeah. So warranty, Sentinel One gives $1 million warranty on all their like their package, $1 million warranty. So if you get attacked by a ransomware, they are so sure of their product that if you get attacked by a ransomware, they have $1 million warranty for you, Shao. And they are also per endpoint is $1,000. So if your endpoint gets affected by ransomware, there's $1,000 warranty. So they are very confident in what they've built. That's how I see it. And then they build APIs, over 300 APIs. They build APIs before they build their codes. So it makes it easy for any seamless and thorough integration. So it makes it easy for any seamless and thorough integration. So yeah, another thing is, I think most times when an organization wants to implement a they want to implement a security solution, they be sure technology works as advertised, and that's something I've confirmed. I have tested this solution. It works perfectly, detects malware. And another thing is, does it integrate well with other tools in my environment? Not that I want to deploy a solution and it's affecting the entire every other tool that I'm using, every other network configurations. I have to start reconfiguring or something. Sentinel One works very well, easy to integrate, gives you rapid, successful deployment. Yeah. Let's proceed to the next. So how does Sentinel One work? What's the brain behind this whole technology, right? So Sentinel One has the pre-execution, the on-execution, and the post-execution, right? The pre-execution is what happens before that attack takes place. The pre-execution is what Sentinel One does before an attack takes place. So during my analysis, when I was doing my analysis, I was able to confirm all these procedures. Pre-execution works whether it is offline, whether it is connected to the internet or whether it is offline. But they both work differently. If it is connected to the internet, Sentinel One, and it detects a threat, it will easily detect that threat because it is going to use like a signature based. It just compares the hash and it identifies the threat easily. when it is connected to the internet. But if it is not connected to the internet, it has that's why the agents are updated frequently. The agents will have to look through its own, because if there are PE files installed on every agent, so the agent would look through. If it is not, see if it doesn't do that. Okay, that's how it works. Then it will tell you that threat detected. I was doing my analysis. I connected it to the internet. It was just immediately just notified me threat detected. Reboot your system. Blah blah blah. Just very within 5-10 seconds, it worked. Then for when it was not connected to the internet, it took like, okay, it just told me it detected the threat and just quarantined it. It's not able to take any, it detected the threat also, but the one when it was connected to the internet was fast. I detected the threat also and quarantined it, not really making any other decision, it just quarantined it. So that's how it worked. Then for the on execution, this is when the attack is already taking place. What will Sentinel One do when the attack is already taking place? Maybe it's the attack and the threat was able to pass through the pre-execution mode without getting detected. So the on execution is already happening. So it uses its behavioral AI technologies to detect these anomalous actions. That's what I was trying to explain the slide before, that it will keep on, whenever it's noticing an anomalous behavior, it keeps logging this activity and giving each of them a threat context ID. So it will be logging it in the S3 bucket until it is able to make a decision that, okay, this is a threat. So that's how it works with the on execution. It will use its behavioral AI technology. So whether it's connected to the internet, whether it's not connected to the internet, it's still going to work effectively, because it's just trying to use behavioral AI to compare and contrast. Yeah. So for the post execution is when this has already happened. No matter the security solution, we cannot be 100% sure that, okay, because adversaries are advancing every day. Things are changing. Everybody is coming up with new crazy ideas. So what do you have in place when this thing actually happens? Okay, it's able to pass through my pre-execution, pass through on execution. So post-execution, what exactly do you have in place? Now, what Sentinel One would do during post-execution is to remediate and roll back. So this has happened. It is going to roll back using the Windows volume shadow copy service, just like you took a snapshot of your VM, just like you took a snapshot of your VM before an attack takes place. So it will simply just roll back to that last snapshot before that event even took place. So your system will be free of whatever happened, and also it uses rollback using Windows volume shadow copy service. So, and everything happens in milliseconds, very fast, automated response, great, very effective. What else? Carbon black. Why choose carbon black? Carbon black is also an amazing product, because carbon black is built on big data analytics. Unlike Sentinel One, behavioral AI engine and machine learning, Carbon Black is built on it's built on big data analytics, and I think this is what makes them stand out, because they are able to use big data analytics to compare, contrast, and to predict an upcoming attack. So, that's predictive modeling. Then detection and response. It is able to detect and also respond very quickly. They all have the same pattern. Yeah, they detect, respond, protect. Oh my god. Is that over 300 APIs? That's a mistake. Carbonblack does not, no, they don't have over 300 APIs. No. Yeah, they have great visibility. Oh god, warranty. Oh no. Warranty, no, they have no warranty. That was also a mistake. So they're able to protect from the unknown. It's easy to manage and also informed decision making. So I was able to do enough research on Sentinel One. I wasn't, because Carbonblack is a product that is already in use. So I'm just going to try to compare. This is how Carbonblack works. They have 3 different packages. They have the defense, they have the protect, they have the response. So whichever one an organization decides to subscribe to, whether you just want to protect, that's integrity monitoring, device control, and all of that. But for CB defense, you're defending, you're having automated response. So it makes it easier to just to relieve the task from CB defense. You're able to have automatic response. What else? CB response. Oh, no, so it hardens, prevents, defense, and response. So the first thing is you have to harden your endpoints. You harden your endpoints with security, whatever, to make sure that okay, it is ready. You're securing it, securing your parent, preventing it from an attack. Just preparing it for an attack, that's hardening. Then prevent, then defend and response. So in comparison, Sentinel One versus Carbonblack, the big question. So these are the features of Sentinel One. It tracks threats in real time. Yes, with the active EDR, Sentinel One is able to track threats in real time as they occur, respond and recover at machine speed. It uses machine learning and behavioral AI technologies. Is an autonomous security solution. So it is in security. It takes about 60 seconds to launch an attack. So to defend your infrastructure from getting attacked, you have less than 60 seconds to defend from this attack. So this is not a human's job. Of course, it has to be at machine speed. You have to be able to defend at machine speed. Then maintain context for easy threat hunting. We talked about threat hunting before. Threat hunting uses threat context ID with deep visibility. You will be able to have easy threat hunting. OS and deployment diversity. It has the broadest OS deployment and it has broadest platform coverage for Windows, Mac, Linux, and even cloud-based or available on-prem. So it works just fine. It offers more than 300 APIs for seamless and thorough integrations. Yeah. It links all behaviors and indexes, all activities into a storyline and the agent in real time. Exactly. So same thing we've been saying. It uses the thread context ID to create a storyline. So and everything in real time. So it's able to. That's the patented technology. So analysts can definitely hunt faster. You can focus on what matters instead of wasting time looking for the needle stack. And with their active EDR solution, you have less alerts because it is able to automatically mitigate threats. So just malicious attempts are prevented in real time. So same thing we've been saying, Carbonblack is prevents attacks with predictive modeling to step ahead of attacks. It gives you visibility into threats with clear insights into the root causes of the attacks. So it consolidates multiple capabilities in the cloud using a single endpoint agent, console, and data set. Real-time threat intelligence, millions of unfiltered endpoint data from millions of endpoints. It is easy to deploy, configure, and use. It is out of the box integration to SQL. Yeah. So, with respect to my own analysis, I discovered that Sentinel One is I discovered that Sentinel One is a very aggressive solution. Let me put it that way. Although it does what they say it does, but to me, it is extremely aggressive because it is easier to build a code to block everything. What exactly we are trying to achieve is to be able to, because false positive is a really bad thing. We are trying to have a solution whereby it detects only malicious activity. So sometimes you just put run particular, you run some save files, save applications, and it still detects it as threat. So it is quite an aggressive solution. But they have their UI is great. Their management console is amazing. I think I'll navigate through that. It is easy, very easy to work with. Carbonblack is their UI. I don't like their UI. It works fine. So that's yeah. Let me just navigate through the UI. Okay. I did not even share my screen.
We were seeing your screen, so it actually just went off.
Okay. I'm trying to navigate to the console. So can you see it now?
Yes, we can.
So this is the Sentinel One's management console. So this is dashboard. It's, the first thing you see is the thread because as an analyst you should focus on the thread. So you're able to use all the mitigated threads that
There is something wrong with your audio, so you might probably have to fix your audio issues. It's quite noisy.
Okay, it's noisy. Is it still noisy?
Okay, it's stable now.
Okay. Then So these are the infected endpoints. To give it to you, all the endpoints that are safe, the ones that are infected, you can slow down. Okay, these are all the uninfected endpoints. So you can always use this to filter and just choose the infected to show you the exact one that is infected. So here it is, this particular endpoint is infected. So you can click on it. Okay, what's that? You can click on that infected endpoint. This it gives you details about the endpoint, the health status, the agent version. So it's currently updated, it's offline. This is the app inventory of all the apps that are currently installed on that particular endpoint. So, and from here you can also take actions to fetch logs, initiate scan, update the agents, decommission, and so on. You can do so many things from here. Oh my god. So you have the policy. You can set policies. So this is where you set your policy, whether to detect or to protect. So when it's in protect, the protect level is to kill and quarantine, to remediate and roll back. So these are the various engines that it uses to perform these functions, all built on AI and ML. So you can set your policies. Blacklist, yeah, you can blacklist any endpoints, any OS. Exclusion is you like bypass just excluding a particular endpoint. The network control, device control, packages, upgrades, account info. Very nice UI. Very detailed. So this is for visibility. So you can type in your query here. Okay. The incident, applications, activities, reports, task management, settings. Yeah, so it gives you a report every 2 days to your to the email connected. So it sends a report on all the endpoints every 2 days. What else? So you're able to manage access. So with Sentinel One, you basically need less security analysts. You need less. That's what we're trying to achieve, less human activity. So everything should be automated, working fine. Just need one or two. You might just have one analyst or two. You're good to go. So. So Carbonblack uses a multi-factor authentication when you're trying to log into their console. It uses Google Authenticator. Okay. So this is what the UI looks like. This is our MSSP. So attack stopped, potentially suspicious activity, the endpoint held. So this is also, it gives you a brief insight into what is happening. These are the attack stopped, the potentially suspicious activity, so that the analyst can easily and quickly navigate and solve whatever problems. So this is the alert. This is the alert triad for threat hunting. Sentinel One has this too. Come back here. So you can see the Sentinel One UI is much better. It's just dashboard, alert, investigate, enforce, endpoints, settings, enforce. I don't know. Okay, so you set your policies, your reputation, malware removers, and all of that. So the biggest feature of Carbonblack is its ability to dive in with more depth. You can look at the entire kill chain and understand not only if an alarm or identified incident is truly a security issue versus a false positive. So it allows you to backtrack and figure out why it actually happened and how it got into the environment. So you can deploy it through the cloud so that even if your stuff is outside of your controlled environment, you are still under control based on the policies you create. So it has intelligent learning behind it and has been very successful in preventing attacks. And the data analysis is the most valuable because of its whitelist database. I think that's it for Carbonblack. So, yeah, Sentinel One is great. It offers very rich details surrounding attacks and threats attacks and threats. Sorry, so that is very important for any security analyst. It gives you very deep visibility. So it is also very straightforward. And they have a very user-friendly interface, and the activity timeline and threat analysis is very useful. So apart from the fact that it is a very aggressive solution, it works perfectly fine. And that comes to the end of my presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, Aminat.
You guys won't clap. Encourage you. Yeah, that's fine. All right. All right. So thank you, Aminat. I enjoyed the presentation. I like the presentation. So let's keep at it.
Thank you. I'm not well. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well done. Right. You don't believe that.
Thank you for enjoying my presentation.
Ah.
Yeah.